Scott Morrison is about to undertake his first overseas trip as Prime Minister, but he's getting some domestic issues sorted before he goes. He's talking up his plan to cut electricity bills, and he's still laying down the law to Liberal colleagues, telling them he won't tolerate bullying in his party room. From Canberra, here's political reporter Caitlin Grebin.
Most at home on familiar ground, the new PM is still cleaning up after last week's leadership spill.
It is a process of healing. It is a process of binding this together.
Some female Liberals have complained publicly about being bullied and intimidated by male colleagues. It's too much for Liberal Julia Banks, who won't run at the next election. But the head of her party's Women's Committee doesn't think there's a problem.
It is a rough and tough game, politics. There is no two ways about it. It is an environment which is not for everyone. I do not believe there is a culture of bullying and intimidation in the Liberal Party.
But the ABC understands Liberal Sarah Henderson came under some duress last week, and Senator Linda Reynolds was disturbed by some of the behaviours.
The Whip has not raised those issues with me. We're dealing with the issue as a team and setting a very high standard about what I expect as Prime Minister.
The disruption and anger resulting from the leadership spill isn't helping Scott Morrison convince voters he's running a stable team. He's about to leave the country for Indonesia for his first overseas trip as Prime Minister, but not without charging his Energy Minister with tackling the issue that helped bring his predecessor down.
The key point he's making today is Angus Taylor's job is to be the Minister for getting electricity prices down.
The government will adopt the Consumer Watchdog's recommendation of a price safety net. Retailers will have to offer customers the option of low-cost default price contracts. Angus Taylor also says the focus would continue to be on renewable energy sources, but only if they're commercially viable.
For too long, governments have been distracted by the wrong things. And one of the most basic things any business or household can ask for is affordable, reliable energy.
This energetic Prime Minister's agenda is off and running. Caitlin Grebin, ABC News, Canberra.